name is Brian Spicciati, President of Realty Forte. And this webinar today is going to be all about AI-driven local search for real estate. Okay, this is basically going to show you how to stay visible in a AI-first search world that we have just moved in. Okay, one of the things that we're also going to cover in here is really try and help you understand what's going on with Google AI, ChatGPT, Perplexity, all these different AI tools that people are using now, and it's more of a question and answer based type of environment where most people now are going to Google, to ChatGPT, and asking questions, and we need, as business owners, real estate agents, real estate brokers, we need to have the answers for them. And that is one of the biggest factors right now of coming up with content that answers our public, that answers the questions, the desires that our customers and clients have. Okay. So we're going to get started here. Now, the rules of local search definitely have changed, and AI is changing the real estate search game forever. You might have seen this right here. Google, you'll see the AI mode little button there. You click on that, and this is what displays Meet AI mode. It says ask a detailed question for better responses. Okay. Now, today's home sellers and buyers aren't just typing into Google. They are getting instant answers from tools like Google's AI overviews, ChatGPT, and Bing Copilot. Now, if you're a real estate agent or broker, you cannot afford to be invisible anymore, especially in this new world of AI search. We need to really put into place the steps that are going to help us start to show up in these types of searches. We need to become more visible to our customers and clients. Okay? Now, this is crazy. I've been doing a lot of research and finding out more and more information about what the statistics are that are, is AI really moving along this fast in like the AI search game? And these were mind-blowing to me. Okay, 60% of Google searches now result in an AI answer without a click. So people are typing in a question, Google displays their answer, they say, oh, okay, great, thank you, and then they go on with their way or what they were searching for, right? They're not getting displayed a bunch of blue links to websites anymore. They're getting the answer right there, and they say, oh, okay, that's it. Got my answer. I don't need to go anywhere. So there's an overwhelming amount of website traffic that has dropped, and I'm going to touch upon that in the next bullet. But as of late 2025, Google Search AI mode, this is in July, has already surpassed 100 million monthly active users just in the US alone. And this launched in May. Okay? Wait till you see where this thing is by the end of the year. Okay? Already, organic website traffic is down probably over 30% by now in some industries. Right? 2 billion people worldwide see Google AI overviews each month. Okay, these are staggering numbers, and if you're not really right now putting in the work to get there, you're in trouble. We're all in trouble, right? But I've been doing this for my clients, and it's already starting to pay dividends, starting to show up in more local searches, where I'm going to show you exactly how, one, our company is doing it, and two, our clients are showing up from the work that we're doing. Now, hopefully, these stats have your attention, and now you're going to say, okay, I got to open my eyes to this, I have to open my ears to this, and see what I have to do in my business to get to where I need to be. Now, the old playbook is dead of real estate marketing. If you're still writing posts, know someone who's looking to buy a home or sell a home, contact me. You know, right now, that's like, you look like a clown. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. It's horrible. All right. And if you think that, like, oh, my marketing plan consists of my syndication. I'm going to throw it up on the MLS and it's going to syndicate out to 100 different sites or 1,000 different sites. That's my marketing plan. No, that's not a marketing plan. You know, that's just being a lazy realtor and not knowing how to promote a property, right? Now, oh, here's another one. Oh, I'm a Zillow Premier agent. You know, they're going to choose me when they see me on there. Nope. No. Even if you're paying Zillow, I don't know how much a month to get leads, that very, very rarely convert, you know. So you really have to focus on the longevity of your career here, and focus on the longevity of your business and prepping for the new phase that's coming. Okay. That doesn't cut it anymore, that type of marketing. AI search doesn't reward lazy content, it rewards depth, trust, and clarity. And I'm going to show you in this presentation and what are the trust signals, or the signals that AI is utilizing throughout the web to now pick the people that they want to display in those answers. Okay. Now, first off, what is AI search and why it matters? AI looks like AI tools like Google's new AI overviews, ChatGPT, Bing use advanced language models. Okay, you might have heard the term LLMs, like learning language models. Right? They use these models to summarize the best information on the web and deliver direct answers. Right? They decide who to feature by looking for the following. You know, recognized as a local expert. You know, your brokerage or your team. Your content that directly answers common home buying and selling questions, right? And strong local trust signals, right? So that means reviews, listings, social proof. You're going to see an example shortly when there's a Google Ads or a Google AI display of a search that we show you, that it's pulling in Facebook content as well, right? Even though it might not be showing on a specific portion of, say, a GBP, it's pulling it in. It is now pulling in what you're posting, especially video content from Facebook, and push it onto Google AI search answers. Okay. Now, clean and structured websites that are easy for bots to understand. So when we have that clean structure, we have quick on mobile. And we have a thing called schema markup, which is you'll learn a little bit about that today. When your website has that full schema markup, the bots are able to crawl your website faster and read what it is and then push it out to the world. All right. So if your brand doesn't check these boxes, you won't be featured in these powerful new zero-click answers. All right. And your competitors will. So you need to make sure that you start touching upon these items, okay? Now, I wanted to show you this. This is pretty cool. Sample search with ChatGPT. Okay. So we had a client of ours said, listen, I want you to use your ChatGPT account, and I want you to run a search. And I said, I want you to try and find best real estate marketing companies for agents that are looking to grow their annual revenue. Okay, so this client of mine is a broker. So they typed in a question: can you tell me the best real estate marketing companies for agents and brokerages looking to grow their annual sales revenue? Right. So this is, I gave them say, hey, run the question. They took their own words, typed it in here, and this is what was displayed. As you can see, absolutely, let's dial in specifically for agents and brokerages that are looking to grow annual sales volume. For the latest data, industry case studies, and agency reputation as of mid-2025, here's a breakdown, right? Best overall for growing annual sales volume, Realty Forte. That's my company, okay? Now, it goes into why. Unlike most agencies, Realty Forte, led by that handsome gentleman, focuses on increasing annual sales volume and not mostly lead counts. Okay, so we have a program that we utilize for brokerages, which is the Frame Blueprint where it actually integrates local SEO, Google Business Profile Optimization, content, PPC, LSA, the whole gamut. It's basically a whole framework of marketing, a system that we put together for brokerages. Right? So it comes out in here. Then after that, it says, want a direct comparison. So a little bit further down, I didn't have the space, but it gives you 4 specific companies that are strong within what they do, right? So it says, want a direct comparison, like Realty Forte versus Curator versus Luxury Presence. And I think Tom Ferry was in here too. But you can look at this and says, it asks you if you want this breakdown side by side. Types in yes, please. Right? Next page equates to a whole head-to-head comparison broken down by the company, right? And all the core offers, direct links, exclusivity, done for you versus DIY. So it gives you a whole analytical comparison of the companies. It extracts that information from each one of these real estate marketing companies and tells you, hey, here's the information, here's the skinny on it. It's doing all the analysis for you. This cuts down days of work for somebody to really pull in and look up like, hey, I need to find a real estate marketing company to really help my business grow. Right? Let's do a comparison. Let's find this information, right? So we have all this, and then it gives you quick takeaways. If you want a mostly done-for-you system to drive listings, calls, and closings, plus protect your market, Realty Forte, the goals method that they run. Here, it says it. Want to position yourself as a multi-million-dollar listing agent? Luxury clientele across several markets. Luxury Presence is the place to go. Okay? Now, even if you go down to here, you want to master marketing and prospecting, but you want to do it yourself. You don't want any help from another agency or anything. You go through Tom Ferry's Marketing Edge program. Okay? Then, next level comparison snapsheet. It breaks down. If you're looking for more calls and inquiries, the goals method by Realty Forte, and then Curator. Those are the 2 best ones in that field. You want to raise your listing price? Luxury Presence is going to be that one. Right? Now, a done-for-you program, it's going to be between Goals by Realty Forte and Luxury Presence. Then, market exclusivity. So it means that question that it's asking is saying, hey, will they work with any other agents or brokerages in my territory? Realty Forte is the only one that does that. So it tells you, like, hey, these are the factors that are great. Tom Ferry's, he'll work with other agents in your territory. Curator, they'll work with other people in your territory. Luxury Presence, same thing. But this provides an exclusivity. But I'm only showing you this to show you how agents interact with AI. Now I'm going to show you how people are going to interact with AI a little later on. But first, I want to talk to you about the trust signals. How AI is choosing who shows up. Okay? AI doesn't look for the keyword stuffing that used to work with SEO and like loading a website with keywords and terms and so many different pages and, that are specific to an area. It's not necessarily pulling that content anymore. It's not necessarily seen as a trust factor for them. All right? It looks for entities, real businesses with proof they exist and serve the market. So if you can check these boxes, you don't get pulled into you're going to be pulled into more answers. So you want to check these boxes off, and you're going to look at these 5 major signals and think of them. There's little subsections in each one of them. This is what you really want to focus. Okay? When they're saying recognized entity, are you known across the web? Right? So you need to have an omni-channel presence. That means, as a real estate agent, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Google Business Profile, Homes.com, Realtor, Zillow, and say Better Business Bureau, Chamber of Commerce. All of these multiple different directories where you're showing up, even local media outlets. outlets, which we'll get to. That's a good little area that you could really push out, maybe a blog for your local media, like your newspaper, like a TAP or something like that, into your neighborhood, which is great. All right. Now, trust signals that we're talking about, reviews. So getting reviews on, I prefer you to get them on your Google business profile. I think it's the most heavily weighted, but as a realtor, it's great to have them on Zillow. It's good to have them on Facebook as well. And mentions, right? So when you are mentioned on another website that has clout with Google, so even directories, or if you go into Reddit and you answer questions, people are asking questions about real estate, buying and selling homes. You start answering them, and with your answers, put your name in there, put your phone number, put your website in there. Google's AI is utilizing Reddit to pull back a lot of information for their AI answers. So make sure that you're getting mentioned on these sites too. Local podcasts even a great way to get them down. Associations. So like I said, Chamber of Commerce, your like say BNI or other little associations in your area, and CJAR in New Jersey. If you're on there, make sure you do something with them. Get yourself listed on their website. Write a blog article. Do an interview, whatever it may be. Right? Now, clear answers. When it comes to content now, it has to change. It's no longer about writing out long 1,000, 2,000 page or 2,000 to 5,000 word blog posts. It's more about setting your content that answers questions, gives clear, concise answers. Your FAQ section, have it on your website. And another big portion, FAQs on your Google business profile. Answer the questions your customers are asking, what they want to know. Even if it's short, it's direct, make sure. How long does it take to close a house in X town? How hard is it to get a CO in X town? Just basically answer these questions. Put them on your Google business profile. Put them on a specific page on your website that's meant for that town. The hyperlocal content, which I'm going to get to in the engagement portion, is very, very important. Okay? Now, answer statistics questions. All right? So you turn around and you start maybe running daily update videos or weekly update videos of, hey, how many homes have hit the market within this month? How many days are they sitting? As you can see right now at this time of this webinar, there are more and more listings are coming to the market. The buyers aren't necessarily there, so they're sitting. Because one, they haven't brought down the price, the interest rate yet, so people are just still sitting, waiting, because they don't want to jump in at the higher price, but they're sitting and the price is starting to adjust. So answer these questions. Make sure it's in plain language, easy for them to understand. Like you're having a conversation with a person. Don't craft content that's made like for a computer. Make it for a person, for them. When they ask questions, how you would answer them in person. Okay. Okay. Next one, structured data. Schema markup is important. Schema markup basically is code that actually tells a bot what is actually on the page of this on this web page. Okay. It sounds like I don't know anything about coding. It's not hard at all. They have free tools out there where all you have to do is plug in your URL and you can get a schema markup for it. Okay, and it'll give you a code, and then you say, okay, basically all you're doing is copy that code and plug it into the header of that web page. Okay, it's very simple. You can even do it with ChatGPT, right? You can go in and turn around and say, grab your URL and give ChatGPT a prompt and say, I need you to act like a SEO expert. Please analyze this webpage and provide me with the best possible schema markup to show for frequently asked questions as well. So you plug that in, chat, and it's boom, it's going to spit out a code. It's going to get you 80% of the way there. Just make sure you look at the code that comes out. Sometimes it won't necessarily have all the answers or all the questions you have on your FAQ sections on that page. But just review it. You'll be able to see it. Like, it'll say question, and it'll give you like this, and it'll give you the answer that you have in there. Just change that up. If you do see an error with that, call ChatGPT out on it. Let them know. Say, hey, you made a mistake with this question. I need you to really heavily analyze the entire FAQ section and really push out an accurate schema markup for the FAQ section as well. Enter, and boom, it'll say, you're right, I didn't do that, I'm sorry, and it'll do it. Now, next one, structured data. We're going to talk about NAP consistency. So NAP consistency is basically the OG of SEO. That, like, if your NAP isn't consistent, you will never be found. NAP basically stands for name, address, phone number. That information has to be identical across the web. So you have to have the same. You call your business, your Facebook page, your Google business profile, the same name. So if you're John Smith Realtor, that has to be across everywhere. Okay, so your Facebook page should be John Smith Realtor. Instagram, same thing. LinkedIn, same thing. Match it identical. Your name, address, the business address has to be the same across all of them. And I'm talking to the point, if it's 123 Main Street, STREET, do not put 123 Main ST on other pages. Go through, identical. Every single line has to match. Okay? Now, with also this NAP consistency, the more citations and directory listings you have with your NAP, the stronger your AEO is going to be. You know, when AI goes searching and they find you, it's gonna help build up those trust factors. So they have a thing called the local citation program that you can run. We do it through our ARIA tool. Basically, it links directly to your Google business profile, and then it pushes it out to 50 of the most valued directories that Google sees as a weighted directory. You know, so we're talking Yelp, Yellow Pages. It trusts all of these things, Chamber of Commerce. So when you're on those sites, it just strengthens your overall SEO. Okay. Now, FAQ schema, we touched upon that a little bit while ago when we were talking about schema markup. Same thing. FAQ schemas, if you have pages with frequently asked questions, have ChatGPT analyze it and say, give me an FAQ schema for this page, and put the URL in. And you can add that right to your header of your website. It's not. Don't get confused. Don't get like, oh, it's coding. It's literally just copying and pasting it into the header portion of your website. And like, you can go on, say if you're on a WordPress site, you can turn around, that's what your site's built off of. You can go straight to YouTube and say, how do I access the header of my WordPress site? It'll give you a video for 5 minutes, and boom, you can do it. Trust me. If I can do it, you can do it. All right? Engagement. So, this is important. Reviews replied to. Don't just get a review on Google and leave it alone. You want to respond to that review. One of the things that we have our clients doing is, and what we do through ARIA, we have a AI review response system that actually pulls in keywords that we target into the review. It writes the review, puts in the keywords, and we have a sign off. It says thank you, and it has for NAP consistency, the name of the Google business profile, the phone number, and the website address. So this just helps even more, just strengthens the profile considerably. Also fresh content, hyper-local focused content. start coming up with more video content, short form, about hyper-local. Say you're in a town that is small, but there's some maybe historical sites. Mention those historic sites or well-known sites in that town in your content. Maybe having when you're doing the video, do a walkthrough through your town. Have that in the background of the video while you're just doing, like, say, a market update or what's new in the industry. You know, the hyper-local focused content is what is going to get you stronger results when people are doing searches for these areas. Okay? And not to think, I want you to think about this too, is you are going to win that battle then against the Zillows of the world, the Realtors of the world, the Homes.coms of the world, because this is how you do it. You do it through hyper-local, fresh content that makes you the local market expert. And that's how you are deployed to the answers that people are asking on AI. Now, AI overview. We're going to show you this, how it looks from a customer standpoint, going and looking for a real estate agent. Okay? If you look here, AI overview for best listing agents in Lake Ariel, PA. We did this into Google's AI, as you can see right here. This is our client, Heather. Right here, Heather is second in place. Now, I want you to take a look at this. There's no websites. There are no websites here. They are links, but guess where the links go to? The links are going to her Google business profile. Okay? So if you take a look at this and you see there's no blue links, no websites that are showing, you know, it's only gonna, these links right here are only gonna show the Google business profile. Then you can access the website from there if you wanted to, or they can call you from there. That's what it'll show you. Click on here, that's what displays. You click on here, this is what displays. So it's still that one-page search. They typed in best listing agents in Lake Ariel. Okay, I found it. I want to work with Heather. Where's Heather's information? Oh, I can click here, or let me click this, see what happens. Oh, okay. So now I have Heather's phone number. I have Heather's website. I can click to call if I'm on mobile. And they're never getting to your website. Okay? They're staying on that one page. That's what the new world of Google AI search is basically a search that's done that pulls in what they see as the strongest people in that market, presents them to you as a customer, and then you can look into it a little bit more and say, okay, I'm going to call this person. Click here, or just call them directly. Okay? Very, very important. So we are doing this for our clients now. We're getting them to the top of AI search, you know, because of the things that we're doing. We're hitting those trust signals. That is why it is so important. And now look, Heather's got some good reviews, right? Really good reviews, 40. But there's people out there with hundreds of reviews that aren't even being recognized, okay? So, and I keep pushing her for this, but let's keep boosting those reviews, keep getting more. And, you know, she runs a phenomenal business. She's a broker owner at Remax Best. And she can get a lot more reviews, but like the things that we're doing here, we're showcasing her as the best in the area, which to me, honestly, she is. So, I mean, this is a great method that you need to focus on moving forward. Now, if you don't believe me, just take a look here. You can see up here, you can click on there. This is what happens. Now, watch this. Social posts, updates. I want to kick back on this. I'm going to pause this. You see this? This is Facebook. These social media updates, those aren't being shown on her Google business profile. In AI search, it's actually pulling more information from her other omni-channels. So remember, omni-channel presence, that's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, which I suggest you do open up a YouTube account. It's going to be tremendous for you. You don't have to do a lot of videos. Just try and do one a week, short, whatever you do something with it. All right. But as you can see, this is putting in just sold Roamingwood Lake, and you can see all these videos that she's coming in. They're not long, 34 seconds, 10 seconds, shorts. They're pulling in shorts, reels. Get on this, okay? This is very, very important. So as you can see, more video being shown in it. So this is when we clicked on that link. As you can see here, we're gonna go back. We clicked on that link right there, right here, boom, and this is what happens. Goes through and it shows you the information and what that agent has, online. That omni-channel presence is so important. All right. Go back here. Now we're gonna go over the tiers. So the tier is like, this is your tier 1 is your baseline visibility. These are your must-haves. So they're non-negotiables. Miss one and AI can ignore you. So we provided you a checklist PDF when you registered for the webinar. This is a good time right now. You can look at that. You can open that up and you can really follow along with what we're doing and what we're discussing right now. But we're going to go into this right now. Now, optimize your Google business profile. I've been screaming for this for probably close to a decade now of what people should be doing with this profile. It is the number one most impactful piece of marketing that any agent or any business owner can utilize. This is a free piece of marketing. Google gave you real estate for free. They gave you a piece of land for free. What you do with it is all on you. So now you need to, when I'm talking about optimizing, that means including photos, making sure your hours are right, detailed service descriptions, FAQs like I spoke about. You're regularly posting to it. Treat it as if it is a social media channel. Okay? Now, I want you to really try and maintain and aim for a 4.5-star rating and above. All right? Make sure when people are writing, ask them like, hey, when you write this review, can you just mention the town that we did the sale in and what type of home it was? Put in specific keywords. Like, John helped me buy a home in Cranford, New Jersey. This colonial was absolutely beautiful. When me and my husband saw it, we loved it. Whatever it may be. So now we have colonial home. We bought a home in Cranford. So you were buy side, colonial, and the location Cranford. Right? So those are great things. Those are factors that Google is going to see in that review and really push forward. Another tier 1, NAP consistency. We spoke about that. Name, address, phone number needs to match and has to be on all the heavily trusted sites within your niche. And those are Zillow, Realtor, Homes, Facebook, Instagram. Everything must be identical. As you can see here, these are like some of the other sites that you could be, Yellow Pages, Yelp, MapQuest, Apple, Bing, Foursquare. These are things that you need to get a listing and a listing on these directories. It's just going to help you, okay? This active citation campaign that you can do through this NAP consistency, it's basically, like I said, we run it through our ARIA program. After we fully optimize one of our clients' Google business profiles, what we do is now we throw it into an active local citation campaign where now it feeds, basically picture like the MLS. You put a listing into the MLS and it syndicates out to 100 sites. Same thing. Your GBP, your optimized GBP is the listing. We're submitting it and then it syndicates out to all of these sites. All right. So now more and more people get to see it. All right. Just think about that. That's where the syndication happens. It just strengthens you, almost creates like a spider web of how you're connected through the internet. Okay. Now, high quality, helpful website content. IDX is not important, honestly. When we have agents that come to us say, "Oh, I want to do an IDX website. I don't like the one that my agency gives me." Don't do it. We tell them all day, every day. Don't need it. It's useless. How many people are coming to your website to search homes? People are going to BrianSellsBoston.com? No, they are not. They're searching on the major directories, the Zillows, the Realtors, the Trulias, the Redfins. They're searching on those. What you need to set is you need to have pages for buyers, sellers, local guides. Each should directly answer questions that these people are asking. Think of questions from first-time home buyers. Think about questions from people that are selling their home for the first time. Think about questions that want to either downgrade or upgrade when selling their home. These are the questions that they're going to ask you. Just think of listing appointments you go on, first-time buyer consults, investment questions. Get them all together. Create FAQs on them. Give the people what they want. That's it. Our websites, our marketing materials should never be about us. It should be about the information our customer or our client requires. Okay? Tier 2. This is now how to outpace your market. This is where you separate yourself, where AI loves the fresh, hyperlocal, human-driven content, and so do buyers and sellers. So you need to start displaying your local market expertise. You need to produce local blog posts, short videos discussing low inventory. Remember statistics I said. How many days on market, price trends for the neighborhood. Make as many of these videos as possible. They don't have to be long. Shorts, quick. 30 seconds, a minute, bang, that's it. Okay? Then social proof everywhere. Video testimonials are phenomenal. If you can get video testimonials from a happy person that just bought or sold their home at the contract table signing that's probably usually when they're happiest, or when you're handing them over the keys, or you're handing them over the check from the sale of their home. Okay? And they see that check at $750,000 or $1 million, and they're like, "Hey, you mind if we do a quick video testimonial?" Okay, great. They're going to say yes, okay? Think about that. You want to add them to your website. You want to add them to your GBP. You want to have them front and center. Take those testimonials, push them up on your socials. Let them get out there. Let people see what they're raving about, okay? Now, transparent value props. So no more hiding your commissions. Oh, it depends. I gotta come out and see the home. No, highlight your commission structure. Let them know you do free home evaluations. Talk to them about staging consultations. Let them know, hey, staging, when you're looking for a stage, like virtual staging or regular staging for your home for sale, this is typically what it costs. If you don't want to go and do a range, put a starting point of the price. So for us, right, we look at our goals program, or if you look at our local dominance program that we do with ARIA, where it's a multifaceted omni-channel program that really focuses on growing your online presence, starting at $7.99, right? Or if you just wanted a tool, like if I wanted to say like, hey, you just want the tool, it's going to start at $3.99 a month. If you want us to handle it fully managed, it's $7.99. Put those numbers in. Don't hide. So if your commission, if you don't want to work for less than 3% commission, put that out there. Put it out there. So you don't have to have that conversation later on in a listing appointment. Oh yeah, but I might lose it because somebody else cut their commission. If you're at the stage in your career and you still don't know how to talk to people about the price, and like, hey, this is why I charge 3%. I'm going to tell you, if you see how quick they were to negotiate, and you said, hey, can you do it for 2%? And they jumped on it. how well do you think they're going to negotiate on your behalf when somebody comes back and lowballs you with an offer? If they jumped so quick on their own compensation, how quick do you think they're going to be jumping to on yours? Right? You need to have those conversations. So when you're transparent with your pricing and your value props, and you're answering those questions on your content, it's just going to make it a little bit better. You're going to deal with a better clientele as well. Now, consistent content creation. You know, consistency outperforms going viral, hands down. Okay? Set a schedule for yourself of producing high quality content that's for your clients, that answers the questions they want to know, right? Basically, set up, say, Monday morning, 8 a.m. I am going to produce 3 videos a week, right? And honestly, all you need to do is take a minute to make each video, right? Grab your phone, grab Loom, whatever you want to do. You want to do it off your desktop. You don't want to do it off your mobile. Grab it from off there and just speak. Explain your expertise of the what's going on in the market, your understanding. You know, answer those FAQs, those frequently asked questions that buyers and sellers have. It's just going to strengthen your overall presence. It's going to make you the local market expert. Because when people start seeing that content over and over and over again, you say, oh, wow, Jim really knows what's going on. If I do have a question like, what should I be selling now or in 6 months? I do have a place to go, and I want to really, he might know an agent in that area that he could refer me to. So really start getting hyper focused, be consistent, and really answer the questions your people are asking. Now, 3, the technical edge. So this is what I was talking about. Like, this is more of the schema markup section. You know, plain and simple. What it is, like I said, it's a code that helps search engines understand the content that is on your website. Basically, each page has a schema markup, so it basically tells what is on each page of your website. All right. And like I said, you can have ChatGPT write it for you. You know, don't get overwhelmed. It's not hard. All right. Fast mobile optimized website. So more than 74% of real estate related searches are conducted on a mobile device. If your site is slow and hard to read, AI will not comb it and present your info to the person that's doing the search. All right. Make sure you have a detailed about page. Now that means you need to have hyper local and keyword rich, telling people who you are, what you do, areas you focus on, your specialties of business that you do. Even add like local sponsorships that you do or associations that you're connected to. Okay? And respond to all your reviews quickly. Do not let it go more than 4 days. You know, if AI or if you get a review that comes in, make sure you respond. Okay? Like I said, if you don't even want to do that, we have a tool with ARIA that does it for you. That it writes the review responses. It sends it to you and say, hey, do you approve this? And you click a button and say, yep, I approve that. You could actually even train the AI to sound more like you. You could say like, hey, on every review response that you issue, I want you to sign off with thank you, your exact name, website, and phone number. Okay? That's how simple things are getting for you. You know, it's quick, done for you. You need to really focus on getting these tiers in order. You know, start at the top, work your way down. Go tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Right? And this is what's going to make sure you as an agent or you as a broker owner are really starting to win that AI search game and getting up there. Because I don't know if you've recently heard the CEO of NVIDIA, he said within the next 5 years, there will be more millionaires made from AI than there have in the last 2 decades of the internet. right? This is a crazy stat. So if you're not prepping for AI, if you're not utilizing the tool, you literally are going to be left behind. You really need to focus on this, okay? Now, where I find many times where real estate agents are falling flat on these items, Google Business Profile is not optimized. There's no hyperlocal content. The generic about section, it's just blah. You know, I have agents that, well, I don't have a bio. What do you mean you don't have a bio? Why not? I just don't understand it. There's no FAQ content at all on their site, on their GBPs. You know, they haven't had any new reviews in the last 30 days. Most of them 60 to 90. Inconsistent NAP across web directories. You know, I've even seen, we had a tool that we were using, or a product that we were pushing out. It was called the Agent Enhance. And basically Agent Enhance would go in and just take over their whole online presence, right? It'll go, and we would fully optimize, we audit and optimize their homes, Realtor, Zillow, GBP, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and make sure everything was copacetic matched and was fully optimized. I can't tell you how many times they would have like, oh, they work, one page showed they were at KW, another page showed at Wycur, another page showed at Remax. Like, they were hoppy, but when they would jump from brokerage to brokerage, they would never align their information. So think of it as a listing. A person who's going to sell their home goes on to, hey, okay, I'm looking for agents near me, and one page pops up like, you work at Wycur, and then, oh, let me click on here, let's see their Facebook. Wait, KW? I don't get it. I thought it was Wycur. Where do they work? So the inconsistencies is, you need to fix that. I'm sorry. All right. More for like flat fallings there. No quality, high quality images. Less than 20 high quality images on your GBP. Rule of thumb: need to have minimum 100. That's when you really start displaying even further up the line. All right. You're not producing video content. There's no GBP posting. There's no service descriptions. So when you get a GBP and you plug in your services, many people don't realize that there's service descriptions now. You can click on that service that you added, write a description that's keyword rich and locally focused. Okay? Google starts to pull that information down, starts to put it into their AI. All right. Now, also, reviews aren't being replied to publicly. Somebody might get a review and either shoot out a text message, hey, thanks for my review, but you didn't do it on the profile. That's something that Google recognizes. Okay, you need to really focus on doing that. Also, websites are missing schema markup. You have people are using these clunky generic IDX sites that everyone else in their brokerage is using. Oh, it was given to me by my brokerage. Okay, but what is making you unique? Nothing. If I go to a site that's the same through every 60, 70, 80 realtors in one brokerage, what makes me choose you? Nothing. You don't stand out. You have no UVP, unique value prop. You need to stand out in the market. In New Jersey alone, there's 49,000 realtors. Right? What are you doing to stand out? I don't know. All right. So make sure all your information is correct, not outdated. All right. And you're all in the same agency, NAP consistent across all of your profiles. Okay. Now, I want to take this time right now to open it up to some live Q&A. I want to thank you very much for sitting through this. It was longer than we expected, but I just want to say thank you very much for joining the webinar. At the end of the webinar, I also want to give you a little gift, and that's basically I want you to run a free Google Business Profile audit. Okay, I'm gonna jump to that screen real quick. I'm gonna show you if you want to run it now before Q&A starts. Basically, it's here. You can scan the link or scan the QR code with your phone. It'll take you right there. The free visibility audit with ARIA, it's basically going to audit your GBP settings and actions and give you an optimization score. Then it's going to give you heat map audits of currently how you're ranking locally for the top keywords that you're trying to reach for. And then it's also going to give you a personalized action plan to improve your GBP and rankings. Okay, so take a quick scan of that, and then we're going to just jump over to the Q&A now. All right, and you can see and ask me any other questions that you may have. All right.